And the main controversy is it India or is it Bharat? हिंदुस्तान जिंदाबाद ये स्लोगन आपने सुना ही होगा, बट कभी सोचा है कि इंडिया ने अपना नाम हिंदुस्तान क्यों नहीं रखा? उन्होंने असेंबली को रिमाइंड किया कि फोकस शुड बी ऑन द वर्क अहेड rather than civilizational debates, because in a typical federation, states retain the right to leave, but in India, that's not the case. भारत नाम तो सुना ही होगा, पर कहाँ सुना? In all those patriotic movies, in Instagram reel edits, or in the national anthem. ये लिस्ट में एक और चीज अब जुड़ती है, which is controversial, and the main controversy is it India or is it Bharat?
I think first of all, the controversy is totally unnecessary because the Constitution actually resolved this issue. The Constituent Assembly debated it because the nativists wanted Bharat, and the sort of more dominant voices led by Nehru wanted to preserve India. So they settled on a perfect compromise. The Constitution speaks of India, that is Bharat. So both names are equally valid.
कांग्रेस एमपी शशि थरूर ने तो अच्छे से जवाब देकर ये डिबेट खत्म कर दी. यस, बट आइए जानते हैं कि हुआ क्या था. This trend began in 2023 when all G20 invitations carried the title President of Bharat instead of President of India, the usual. However, here is the plot twist. It's called both. And bigger plot twist, India is actually referred to as a union of states. Why not a federation of states? Or why not a country? Okay, where am I even picking all of this from? Well, let's start at the very start. Article 1 of the Indian Constitution, where this debate was put to rest nearly 8 decades ago. After all, the first step to nation building began with its very name. So, how do we know what our country is called? Like we said, the beginning of the Indian Constitution, quite literally, Article 1 of the Indian Constitution state करता है कि India, that is भारत, shall be a union of states. ये हमारी आइडेंटिटी का क्रूशल पार्ट है. ये डिफाइन करता है कि हमारी कंट्री कैसे स्ट्रक्चर्ड है. देखिए, आर्टिकल 1 ऑफ आवर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन सिर्फ एक टेक्निकल क्लॉज नहीं है. ये हमारी बैकबोन है जो डिफाइन करता है कि हमारा कंट्री कैसे रन होती है और कैसे डिफाइंड है. आर्टिकल 1 हमारी पॉलिटिकल सिस्टम की फाउंडेशन रखता है. यह बताता है कि इंडिया एक यूनियन है, एक सिंगल नेशन जो कई स्टेट्स से मिला हुआ है. इट डिफाइंस द रोल्स ऑफ द यूनियन एंड स्टेट्स, ensuring a perfect balance between central power and regional freedom. And now you must understand why the states have the freedom to govern themselves while the union remains strong as the ultimate authority. यहाँ एक और खास बात है. Article 1 gives India the authority to expand its boundaries. बिल्कुल, हमारा कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन गिव्स इंडिया द राइट टू इंक्लूड न्यू टेरिटरीज विद इन इट्स बाउंड्रीज, वेदर थ्रू एग्रीमेंट्स, परचेस और अ प्लेबिसाइट व्हिच इज अ पब्लिक वोट. So think about it. This is how Goa, Dadra and Nagar Haveli and Sikkim became a part of India. हिंदुस्तान जिंदाबाद ये स्लोगन आपने सुना ही होगा, बट कभी सोचा है कि इंडिया ने अपना नाम हिंदुस्तान क्यों नहीं रखा, जो हमारी फ्रीडम स्ट्रगल से एक्चुअली एसोसिएटेड था. You see, our country has many names and each one carries centuries of history, colonial influence and linguistic evolution. Jambudvipa, Aryavarta, Bharatvarsha, these were some of the ancient names given to our land. The name Hindustan became popular later during the medieval period, particularly under the Persian rule. It gained prominence during the Delhi Sultanate and the Mughal Empire. But what did Hindustan mean? It referred to the ancient civilizations along the Indus River, which now lies in Pakistan. When the Aryans arrived, they called this river Sindhu, which in Persian became Hind, and eventually Hindustan. However, when India gained independence in 1947, the name Hindustan was no longer considered to be feasible. क्यों? पार्टीशन के बाद ये पाकिस्तान का पार्ट बन गया, तो कंट्री को हिंदुस्तान कहना would have excluded large parts of the subcontinent. दूसरी तरफ इंडिया का नाम इंदस रिवर से आया है, जो सबकॉन्टिनेंट के नॉर्थ वेस्टर्न पार्ट से फ्लो करती है. The ancient Greeks who encountered people living beyond the Indus River called them Indoi, meaning the people of the Indus. Over time, the name India evolved, and during the British colonial rule, became the country's official name, the name by which the world came to know us. And Bharat, that's where the understanding of the name becomes important. ये सिर्फ एक geographical term नहीं है, ये civilizational और cultural unity को represent करता है जो millennia से endure कर रहा है. Literature, poetry और religious texts refer to Bharat through the symbols of heritage and tradition. So the Vishnu Purana and other ancient texts describe Bharatavarsha as the land between the southern ocean and the Himalayas, where the descendants of Bharata reside. And there's more. The name Bharat comes from the Sanskrit root bar, which means to bear, to carry, to uphold or to maintain. Thus Bharat denoted one who pursued the path to light through knowledge, wisdom, enlightenment and self-actualization. चलिए वापस जाते हैं 1949 में, जब ड्राफ्टिंग कमेटी ने कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली के सामने डिबेट रखी हमारी नेशन को नेम करने के लिए. Some members argued that India was a colonial legacy and that Bharat should be given precedence. Many members like Seth Govindas, Hari Govind Pant and Kamalapati Tripathi strongly supported using Bharat or Bharatavarsha, believing that it was deeply connected to our tradition, history and culture. They had fought the freedom struggle under the slogan Bharat Mata Ki Jai. So to them it felt entirely wrong that India, a name carrying colonial baggage, would represent the country. Hari Vishnu Kamath, for instance, pointed to countries like Ireland, which had changed its name after gaining independence, as a precedent for doing the same. Others, including Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, जो ड्राफ्टिंग कमेटी के चेयरमैन थे, ने emphasize किया the need for a more practical and inclusive approach. उन्होंने असेंबली को रिमाइंड किया कि focus should be on the work ahead rather than civilizational debates, and the name should reflect both India's ancient heritage and its modern, internationally recognized identity. In the end, both names were included. Article 1 of the Constitution so states, India, that is Bharat, shall be a union of states. So here's your answer. Both India and Bharat are constitutionally valid names for our country. Now let's come back to the controversy that we were talking about. Now, you'd be surprised to know that the controversy around India's name actually didn't begin in 2023. Calls to officially rename the country from India to Bharat have been ongoing for over a decade. In 2015, the Indian government opposed the idea of a name change, pointing out that this issue had already been extensively debated during the drafting of the constitution. And did you know, the Supreme Court has rejected petitions twice, once in 2016 and again in 2020, that sought to rename India as Bharat. The court ruled that both India and Bharat are constitutionally valid and can be used interchangeably. In fact, in 2016, Chief Justice T.S. Thakur stated that the Supreme Court has no business dictating or deciding what citizens should call their country. End of the day, India और भारत दोनों के deep connections है हमारी history, हमारी identity और हमारी constitution से. Isn't we the people जो define करते हैं? यहाँ एक क्वेश्चन है जो डायरेक्टली हमारी कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के हार्ट में जाता है. Why did the drafters call India a union of states rather than a federation like the United States? To understand the answer, you need to take a look at how the two countries came together. In the United States, 50 independent states voluntarily joined hands through a treaty to form a federation. Each state had its own sovereignty and chose to unite, creating a system where, at least in theory, states could leave the union if they wished. And India's story was completely different. Before independence, India was a patchwork of British provinces and over 565 princely states, each with its own ruler, laws and administration. There was no alliance or treaty binding them together as one nation. So when independence came in 1947, the challenge was immense. How do you bring all these diverse regions together into a single country? It took the vision and determination of leaders like Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel and V.P. Menon to persuade, negotiate, and at times even coerce these states to join the Indian Union. It is a process of forging unity out of diversity, not of independent units coming together as equals. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, the chairman of the drafting committee, explained that using the term union of states made it clear that no state could succeed from India. This is a crucial distinction because in a typical federation, states retain the right to leave, but in India, that's not the case. तो जब आप पढ़ते हैं इंडिया दैट इज भारत शैल बी अ यूनियन ऑफ स्टेट्स, रिमेंबर इट्स नॉट जस्ट अ फ्रेज, ये एक पावरफुल स्टेटमेंट है यूनिटी का। इसका मतलब ये है कि while हमारी स्टेट्स हैव देयर ओन आइडेंटिटीज एंड पावर्स, द आइडिया ऑफ इंडिया is one and indivisible. So what does all of this mean for our lives today? Well, it means that we as Indians are a part of something far greater than just the sum of our states. The constitution was designed with India's diversity in mind to let each state preserve its regional identity, flavor and uniqueness while still remaining a part of one India, one Bharat. From the names we give to our country to the way our nation is structured, everything has a reason and a story behind it. So the next time someone asks you about the difference between India and Bharat, or why India is called a union of states, you will have your answers ready. Quote them Article 1 and don't hold back on the story of India, that is Bharat. Thank you for watching.